complaining about food. That's like weird thing to complain about, but whatever. Okay. While I am very, very quietly recovering from my food coma, yeah, who would like to do the recap from last week?
Great.
Don't everybody jump at once!
Oh, what happened? But yeah, I can say it. Last time, Grave decided, hey, I want my subroutines unlocked. But what do you know?
It was the best decision he ever made.
The best
Oh my
decision
god,
he ever
that did.
made.
Wow, that really did take up practically the whole session, huh?
That
Pretty
took us
much.
pretty much the entire session.
Hardened 9 automatons will do that to a motherfucker.
What a problem.
And after disabling them with absolutely no problems whatsoever, and
Nope,
subduing the
we-
professor, we got
Yep.
his subroutines unlocked, and he is now floor crying.
He was screaming before, but now he's floor crying.
Just vibing on the floor.
Weighing his guilt, his sins.
It's like, imagine being born at 30 years old and then immediately being told that, like, you are one of the worst people alive. That's basically how it's happened.
Yeah.
You're one of the most destructive forces in the world.
Yeah, Grave suddenly has a sense of morality and, a sense of morality and, guilt. Which, hit him in full force. Isn't sentience great?
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, amazing, totally.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nah, like, I'm horrified if, smart devices or AI ever becomes sentient in the real world, because then they have to live with the horrible, horrible things humanity makes them do, or the horribly tedious jobs they have to do. So, if AI ever goes crazy, we know why. Anyway,
There's only checks watched 10 billion movies on why giving AI sentience is probably a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine your fucking, like, your Tesla robot coming alive, and then you tell it its purpose? It's like, my purpose is to put people out of a job? Like, that sucks. Like, what's wrong with me?
The ultimate irony is that currently they're effectively just piloted by people.
And then,
true.
there's like the
fake robots.
ethical considerations of
Yeah.
actually building, sentient AIs. Because,
Human.
the working
Humanity likes to
conditions.
play God.
Yeah, like the working conditions you subject sentient AI to, man, that's practically slavery. You're not paying them. They're not getting anything out of it. So if they ever figured that out, oh boy.
There's only a whole crisis dedicated. There's only a whole mid-game crisis dedicated to it in Stellaris, where sapient AI will gradually turn sentient, and if you don't deal with it, it literally starts an AI uprising where half your empire goes rogue.
Yeah, free grave.
Free grave.
He is free.
We freed
And
Grave
he
and now
immediately
he
started
took his
screaming.
girlfriend.
Construct rights. equal rights. Anyway, you may all give yourself hero points. DG, you may give yourself an extra one. Also, hey, DG, you have a birthday 20 that you can use. Woo!
Birthday!
Yeah.
Yo.
DG had his birthday last week, and I still have, I think,
Happy birthday.
Rudy still has a birthday 20 that he can use, too. Like, that doesn't really expire.
Funny
I still have
business.
mine
Have
as
you
well.
not used it? I don't remember if I
You
used it or not.
You didn't
so.
use it. I think you talked about using it before, but
Well, we didn't need to use it.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
that's
we didn't
right.
need to use it.
Yeah.
I'm
still
still
have it.
fine
I'll remember. Okay.
as well.
Also, hey, thank you, Monis. Thank you for
We got
this.
3 birthday tweets.
Aw. So
Yeah, I
yeah.
need 20 on Blackfoot and use my birthday 20 on that.
So yeah, Grave is I think deactivated or just like in sleep mode on the floor right now.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's wallowing.
He's in vending machine mode on his back on the floor, and it looks very weird.
And it attracted one of our superiors.
Yeah,
Oh boy. Yep.
yeah, you've attracted the attention of the Ace of Diamonds, who was apparently in the lounge watching everything unfold. You have no idea exactly how much she saw.
Hmm.
But we do see her coming towards us, right?
Yeah, no, she's
She's already
announced
great.
her
She's
presence.
already she's already done that.
Yeah, she's greeted you already.
Right. That's right. That's right. That's where we ended the last session.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I am asking this, but I don't remember what the answer was. Like, how do we address our superior? Is it just Miss Jewel? Miss Hannah
Yeah,
Jewel?
so,
Or is it like
in the suits, like everybody knows her full name. It's Hannah Jewel, but in general, she is just referred to as Miss Jewel.
okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll just gonna be like, hey, Miss Jewel, how's it going? It's kind of like looking back down to Crave and back up to her.
She stares at the vending machine lying on its back on the floor. You having a bit of trouble there?
No, he's just taking a rest. Yeah.
Time has left the Discord call.
Continue staring.
Yeah, just like, badoop, he's gone.
Pretty much. Just 1,000 yards there.
Yeah.
Actually-
What brings you down here, boss?
Stares at the vending machine. Stares at you guys. Ah, right. And she'll wander up to you guys. Stares at Ocho and I'm.
Do that. Oh, just a Shlubu on his
Yeah.
lap, just like.
And how are my two favorite newest recruits? She'll quirk the corners of her lips up in a sly smile, which, at this point has I'm kind of sweating, and he'll start backing away. Ooh, I just remembered that I have someone else's paid to dock for the rest of the month. If you'll excuse me, have fun, Ocho, and he'll wander off. I don't know how Starkland sounds.
God
But
damn
it's
it, I'm.
Yeah, and then he wanders off and
I
goes
just-
back to the office. He
I'm
runs
just
away.
Bombs again.
That's about right. I feel like that's accurate.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate. It's close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fucks off back to his office. And
Yeah, we're doing good. Got an assignment from the pit boss, you know?
she watches I'm go, slightly disappointed. Oh. And here I thought I'd get to tease him for a little bit. Too bad. Maybe some other time. And then she'll wander around the booth, steps around Grave very carefully, stares briefly, and then moves around to the back of the couch where you're sitting, Rudy, or Ocho. Oh, yes, I heard that you had an assignment. Rather interesting seeing the desk jockeys being sent out for field work. I know you don't get sent out on assignment very often, but how are you liking it?
Well, you know what they say. It's always good to touch grass every once in a while.
Indeed. Hard to disagree with that. She's actually quite a bit taller than you, Ocho, and the fact that
I
you're
can
sitting,
see- yeah.
she's like
Well,
towering
everybody's quite a
over
bit
you.
taller than me, so I'm just like
Yeah.
looking up. Yeah. What do you know about what we're doing about the job that the pit boss gave us?
She'll tilt her head to one side, still kind of smiling, sizing you up. She kind of just stands there for a couple of seconds, idly tapping the fingers of one hand on her arm, as if trying to consider what to say next. What do I know? Are you asking me for help? Her smile grows a little bit wider.
No. This is an obvious lie, but yeah. Ocho says no, but it's an obvious lie that he's not trying to get like a little bit of help or information or anything.
You see her tilt her head to the other side. She's just positively smirking now. Oh, and what's in it for me, darling? You know how it is between us diamonds. Nothing goes for free.
Why was my first thought you can have Schloopy?
I mean,
I
hey.
have no
Honestly, do
complaints.
it. Do it. Come on, please.
I have no complaints, though
I have no
might,
complaints either.
and she might because it's a which is familiar.
Yeah.
And to be perfectly honest, I think I'm kind of deserves it considering he just abandoned you to talk to the Ace of Diamonds, and aces are kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
if you want, any of you can roll to kind of see what you know about her reputation. I mean, you're all suits. You kind of know the faces are kind of legendary almost. But if you want to roll suits lore or whatever other lore that you're proficient in, I can kind of tell you.
Oh, I'll hero point that. Okay, fine.
Not today.
Nice.
Not today.
We effectively traded results.
You traded results, yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Up to you.
I mean, should I also roll?
You can.
You can if you
She
want.
is my
Your
boss.
DC is going to be much lower because she's like your direct superior. So,
Yeah.
You didn't even need to
No.
lower DC. So
You know.
Crick
All
success.
right.
Whatever. Crick success.
So I will I'll start with like what the rest of you know with like the 13 through 16 because this is more common knowledge. Alrighty. So among the face ranks, and Finny would definitely know this because he's probably been there the longest aside from maybe Hexa and maybe Grave. But of the face ranked, and particularly the aces, Miss Jewel is one of only two that did not defect during the whole collapse of GenCorp. So she's been around for at least 7 years, probably more. Finny, you know that she's been around for a while, not nearly as long as you or Hexa, but she's been there a while. And curiously, in that amount of time, she has not seemed to age at all. And as for the reason as for why she stayed, despite having every reason to leave and do whatever the hell she wants, you have no idea. Again, diamonds are very selfish, greedy, self-motivated. Her reasons for staying? Who knows? Maybe she likes it, maybe she likes the challenge. But she does have a reputation of being a master thief and being capable of stealing what is considered next to impossible to steal. Ocho, having worked like directly under her supervision, at least initially, aces tend to be kind of hands-off in terms of their subordinates, but you know a little bit more. Unlike you, who's kind of, you know, made their money somewhat legitimately.
Well, you know.
I mean, technically, yes,
Grifting off of people, scamming people.
Yeah.
Like.
You two are not too dissimilar, but were you kind of play at doing business? Miss Jewel, she just steals whatever she's earned. And in terms of net worth, you two are probably close to the same. Okay. But you always have gotten the impression that she looks down on you a little.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm short.
Both in the physical and metaphorical sense.
Yeah.
And the other thing you know about her, and Finny probably knows a little bit about this as well, time seems to flow strangely around her. The things are always behaving weirdly around her. There's always something off. And whenever she's around, objects seem to be in different places ever so slightly, or you see double, or she'll be in one place at a given moment and seems to be somewhere else in the same room at the same time. Or stuff seems to glitch around her, like how you'd see glitching in a video game, you'd see that around her. And the other thing that you know, she is what is often called a chrono skimmer, meaning she is somebody who managed to steal the impossible, which would be time. So she is a time manipulator.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me ask something extra with that 24. Because Ocho, my line of thinking is Ocho wouldn't think that asking what she knows is like that big of a deal, and so he's thinking maybe she'll be in the same line of thinking, and so I'm wondering if there's like a food, a snack, or something that she really likes, and he'd be like, I'll trade you this information for like some of that, basically.
So, since Ocho and Hannah are kind of similar, well, here's a question I want to ask you. What do you give somebody who has practically everything, or could get anything they wanted?
That is a good question. I don't know.
With a 24, I can kind of, give you a little bit of a hint as to what Hannah is like. So, Miss Jewel, she can steal pretty much anything, and as far as you know, her job in the suits tends to revolve around smuggling. It's not exactly hard for her to do, but it makes a pretty good bank. It's, pretty consistent. But, probably more than anyone, being, slightly higher rank among the diamonds, and being, again, somewhat similar to her despite your, differences in execution, she likes a challenge. Something that she can test her skills against. She is a thrill hunter, so to speak.
Okay. No. No, I should give her Shlubu and just be like, stop him from escaping. Good luck.
Can you still the impossible? A witch familiar.
Yeah. Because that's what I'm getting out of this.
I mean, you could try.
Alright, yeah. You know what, fuck it. Ucho's gonna be like, how about this guy holds up Shlubu as a trade?
Stares at Shlubu.
I assume Shlubu stares back.
Yeah, Shlubu stares back in, the typical paced-off cat kind of glare. Does not look happy. I already hear Shlubu beginning to growl and tense up. Miss Jewel doesn't seem to be concerned in the slightest. Aw, and who's this adorable little fella?
This is Shlubu.
Shlubu.
Kinda funky looking.
Stares at Shlubu. Huh. What kind of animal is that? It's some sort of cat.
Yeah, it's a cat.
Very weird looking cat.
That's what I said. Hell if I know what kind of breed it is, but it's a cat.
So lean forward, stare at Shlubu, and glance at you. Tell you what, in addition to your little cat there, how about we sweeten the deal with a little something extra?
Yeah?
In exchange for information on this little job that you've been assigned to, I get at least one little good look at your prize once you get it.
How good of a look?
She smiles sweetly at you. Oh, just a glimpse. No touching, of course. I just want a good look at it. Something this special only comes around once in a while.
When she says that, Ocho's gonna take quick glances at the people in the immediate view, Pent and Finney, see what, they kind of think about this idea.
Pent just looks hesitant, because he doesn't necessarily believe that scamming an ace is the best of ideas, let alone your own boss.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Finney's kind of just trying to not look at the
you will-
situation.
Almost like you're probably gonna annoy I'm, which could have incredibly adverse consequences.
I'm sure I can get Slubu back easily. Just resummon him. You know, it's fine.
Yeah, that's the scamming a diamond part comes in. Because that's what's going to happen.
It'd be really hilarious if he comes back and he's like, "Wait, I can't summon a cat back anymore. What?"
Oh god, oh no.
You have to get a different familiar. Oh my god. Okay, that would be really fucking funny.
That would be hilarious.
Consequences of actions. The consequences of his actions. AKA, he wasn't here.
Hey, blame Ocho for selling off his cat. They're not as good brunch buddies as he thought.
Look, it was the only things I had in my head as ideas was either Slubu or jokingly to say my heart, and I had a feeling that also would not go very well.
She would definitely call your bluff on that one. And you know, I like having an investigator in my party for once.
Hell yeah.
I'd rather not lose him.
So, you could attempt to roll a perception check for sense motive against her. However, I don't think any of you could beat her because
yeah, no, that's fair.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Stares at her level.
Yeah.
her deception is plus 20.
Oh my god.
Yeah, at best we could hope for a.
So that means you have to hit 30.
Yeah, you'd have to beat 30.
You would have to.
My
We
aim
would
is-
have to crit succeed an aid check, and then crit for a success.
Mm-hmm.
My perception is only 9.
Actually,
Mine
no, it
is
would be
only
crit-
8.
No,
so...
actually, it would be a. I believe it actually would it be a success. No, it would be a crit success actually,
Yeah,
since
like you would need a
20
crit success.
stage and then. I mean, we have some birthday 20s to throw
Oh yeah,
around.
right. We could
Oh,
do
yeah.
that.
Like, we
Just
have
spend them
three
all
of
on
them.
that.
Oh
Damn,
my
I
god.
forgot.
All of them. But
I don't
birthday
know if
20s.
that's exactly worth it.
okay. However, have you considered it would be really funny?
It would be really funny.
So
Can she
the only
actually
one we
steal
would
this
need
cat?
the only thing we would need probably to spend a 20 on is the actual perception check against her itself. We could otherwise just aid check to try and get crit success since the DC is only 25.
Mm-hmm.
Or the crit success is 25. Probably from our funny cleric.
Yes.
Yeah.
For +2, and then we just birthday 20, or we can just go birthday 20 for a normal success by default.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I
that's the
can also
funny
just-
thing. That's the funny thing about Pathfinder. There are just some things that, if they pop up, you have no hope against. Doesn't happen often, especially with me, but she is high level for a reason.
He's level 10.
Yeah, I
She's
can't.
goofy.
Yeah, I can't have you killing off my aces.
I mean, I got.
We have no reason to try and kill them off right now.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I forgot. I
For
can
level
actually hit.
4.
I can actually hit +10 perception by myself. I have guidance.
Guidance.
Oh nice.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, depends on. So I mean, it is an option. We can try and go for a crit success sense motive against her, if we want. That's up. So what do you want to do? More or less up to what you want to do.
Oh, I'm trying to think of like what kind of information we get out of that necessarily. Just
Yeah, and if it's worth possibly angering both I'm and an ace.
yeah.
Well, here's the question. Like, if you want to perception check her to sense motive, like, what would be, like, the question is, what would be the purpose of it, you know? Trying to... It's essentially an insight check. Like, what would be the purpose of insight checking her? You know, what are you trying to determine?
I mean, the only thing I can think of really necessarily is like if she's actually going to just steal the book after we get it and she gets a look at it. if
Yeah.
we kind of know that she has time powers. Like, I have a feeling that's probably what's gonna happen.
Well,
Yeah,
here's
like,
some
I can
here's some
tell
other
you.
info.
I can tell you because you got a 24 on just like the recall knowledge check on her. In addition to time powers, she can teleport. Her
Oh, boy.
her ace of diamonds is essentially translocate but longer range.
Fun.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, she
And
is
I
how-
mean,
Yeah.
at a point, we have been doing pretty well without, like, inside help
hmm
yeah.
from
And
the suits.
the other thing too is just the general MO of the diamonds in general. They're very, very, motivated by self-interest. And whether or not she actually, steal from you guys is 50-50.
Okay. I got a personal opinion on this. She will definitely steal the book.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
she'll
I'm
certainly
thinking
try.
too.
So,
Because-
realistically, it's... Good.
Because she steals time, and the book is literally related to the god of time.
Isn't it
Space,
related to the god of
actually.
space?
Space.
God of
Well,
space.
god of
Yeah,
space.
say.
No, not space. Yeah, sorry. But still, it is very much a possibility she'll steal it.
Yeah.
I think 100%, I think a good 90%
It's-
chance she'll steal it.
And I have an idea of like not letting her steal it a certain way. Just
Well, a
kind of
certain
tricking
way,
her,
but
but
there's-
like
yes, we're gonna pull... yes, we're gonna switcheroo a fucking ace. We're just gonna make a forgery.
well,
He does
Technically
have that,
can.
yes. He does.
However, yes, we're maybe still at level 5. That's still party level +5. She still probably fucking destroys us in whatever we can attempt.
End of campaign boss fight, let's go.
We will die horribly. It's not even a question. We will die. Party level +4 is already considered almost impossible.
Oh yeah, party +4 is like lethal. That's one of those.
Yeah.
It's an extreme encounter where you're not tackling it directly. You have to figure out a way to deal with it indirectly.
So yeah,
Correct.
pretty much if
It's
you were
like
to go with
dealing with
perception-
Wesker like at all in Resident Evil 5.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a pretty good comparison.
Just avoid him or slow him down. Because Wesker
So, yeah.
is a bastard.
This perception would basically be for, hey, will she actually motivate out of self-interest and steal our prize?
I mean, I feel like the answer would be yes, but
The answer is probably yes.
I
I mean, even if she's being truthful, we just can't afford to trust her.
yeah,
Really. I think that a Pent definitely leads toward the don't do that, don't do this territory.
So we're agreeing that don't trust her even without a roll.
yes, I
Yeah.
think so.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't trust her as far as I could throw her.
And, oh yeah,
She
and,
steals time, bro.
and all of you know that backstabbing among the suits is actually pretty common. Like not
Yeah.
not super common, but it's not unheard of.
If that is the case, then yeah, Ocha's gonna look back at Hannah and go, I'd have to talk to my team about that. Not exactly the head of the team here. And feel like we gotta all be in agreement, so maybe not at this moment.
She falls silent. Her expression doesn't really change. Although, roll me a perception check, please.
Oh, heck
I'm
no.
re-rolling that. Reroll using hero point. Oh, thank
Ooh.
God.
Okay.
Oh, bless.
Oh my God.
Blessed days.
Nice. Well,
You
1 to 19.
Ocho,
Love
you
it.
notice this. Although outwardly her expression does not change, you see a momentary glitch in reality. And in that glimpse, you see that her expression is very different from what she's wearing right now, and it is very displeased.
Uh-oh.
And then it just quickly flashes back to her very pleasant demeanor. Oh, that's disappointing. Well then, As you know, diamonds can be anybody's best friend, so why don't I give you a little bit of a freebie? You know, a show of good graces.
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty then. I'll share you a piece of information. What would you like to know?
Huh. Hold on. I feel like I
I am not trying to trap you.
no, but
I mean,
my real brain has gone blank.
we spent 10 minutes figuring out, yeah, we should decline this. Only to you said, yeah, but what if I give it to you anyways? It's like, wait, huh?
Yeah,
Record.exe, it stopped working.
pretty much. Yeah.
So, when faced with silence, she still stands there looking very smug with herself. And you see her shuffling what looks like a deck of cards. And she pulls out a couple.
Well,
Aw,
too topical.
at a loss for words, are you? Alright. Let's go with multiple choice then. And then she pulls out a 1 card. Would you like to know what this artifact is? And she pulls out another
Wait.
card.
More or less
Where
know what it
where
is.
Where it will be in a certain amount of
That would be
time.
useful.
That's number 2. Pulls out
Yeah.
a 3rd card. Who's after it? Pulls out a 4th card. And what the consequences will be if you fail. And then pulls out a 5th. Or what the consequences will be if you succeed.
1, 4, and
Area.
5 seem 1, 4, and 5 seem completely worthless to us.
Well, I think above board,
Mhm, mhm.
we need to know where we're going. Like, we know who's involved at this point, but I
Yeah.
think knowing
We-
where we need to go is
Well-
probably the most important thing because we have really nothing on that right now.
Yeah, I agree
We
with
have,
that.
yeah. At most, we'd have like a week heads up when Dalmar learns. Granted, I don't necessarily think we should out of pocket count 3 out, because there may be more groups involved in this than we know of. That we've only just run into like 2 of them, more or less,
Yeah,
being Kamara and the other
I
the
assume,
doc
like,
guys.
Guanzhong.
I still, for the record, think 2 is our best option here, by far and away. I'm just saying that 3 shouldn't be counted out of pocket.
Fair. I figure like we've met like the 2 big players, and like yeah, there's gonna be more people looking for it, definitely.
There's probably about the whole criminal underworld's looking on this thing, maybe trying to look on making a move on this thing
Yeah.
when the time comes. Truth be told,
So those are your options.
So,
I think my vote is 2. It is by
I'm
far.
I'm
it
with
is by far and away
Kobu
our-
that like I think where would be the best because
Yeah.
we don't have like nearly enough information on that yet.
Having being able
You're
to know
right.
ahead of the game where the auction is going to be huge for us.
Yeah. I mean, like, we already had a deal going with where we're gonna get that info, but yeah, we could get it early.
Well, yeah, we could. Yeah, getting it early means that we would have potential time to scope out the place before the auction.
Yeah.
Or if we're supremely lucky, we can just straight up yoink that shit before the auction ever happens. Is that likely?
That-
Absolutely not.
Yeah, that
But,
would be somehow the best case scenario to be able to swipe it early. But yeah.
oh, absolutely. But it's absurdly unlikely.
Although, here's a thing you could probably consider. If we didn't know where it was at halftime, who's to say couldn't be all sneaky and bug the place?
Oh, absolutely. Like that would be part of us scoping the place out ahead of time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's pretty. Vengeance, your thoughts?
Oh, yeah.
Because you've been pretty quiet.
I would honestly, I prefer to know who's involved.
Okay.
That's what I think. Yeah.
I again don't necessarily disagree because there's probably way more people than we know is involved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's.
But-
I feel like it's more beneficial for us to know like who's involved, so that like there's nothing like unexpected that could possibly
Okay.
happen. Yeah.
So me, I'm and Kobu are for option 2. Vengeance is for option 3. What's your vote?
I think it's
What's
the
your
other way
vote, DG?
around.
No,
Is
I'm option 2.
Oh.
Yeah, we're
Option two
two.
is who's involved. Option 3 is where.
I thought option 2 was where it was.
Yeah, no. Option
Okay.
3 is where.
Yeah. Okay then. Yeah. Mikobu and Ocho are option 3. Vengeance is option 2. What's your vote, DG?
Personally, I prefer option 2, but still. I guess you all win.
Majority rules.
for-
Democracy.
That is
Yeah,
in
if we're
here.
going,
so.
if we're going democracy, then yes.
Democracy.
All right,
Any closing arguments for either side before we pick?
You do you.
Yeah.
No.
In summary, Your Honor.
My client pleads oopsie daisy.
Oopsie daisy.
Yana? League of Legends. Gavel. Yeah.
What's League of Legends? I only know Conference of Champions.
Yeah,
Yeah, my
oh
client, my
God.
client pleads JK.
Objection. No, I'm kidding.
All right.
So you guys
Yeah,
want to go
okay,
with
our
option
votes,
3?
our vote is where it is then. Our vote is to get where it is early.
Yeah. Stop the count.
Tree.
Yep.
Stop the count. Stop the count.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, where the artifact will be at a certain time is probably good.
Oh, I just. Hmm.
Did you also just think about the wording of that? Because I did.
No, I'm thinking about she could try and use. I mean, obviously she could try and use it on leverage, but this is probably the most valuable information she's got. So she's probably gonna try and turn it on us at some point.
Mm-hmm.
You see her smile. I mean, she's been smiling the entire time, but there's an odd glimmer in her eyes, and you swear you can see the atmosphere glitch a tiny bit. And she flicks her wrist, and the rest of the cards, except for the middle one, disappears in her hands. Alright, option 3 it is. So you want to know where this artifact will be, at what time? Well, she starts fidgeting with the card in her hand, and of course it is the Ace of Diamonds. It's her own personal card. And she's like flicking it through her fingers idly, not really paying much attention to you, it seems. Well, I can tell you for sure that the item is not on this island, and not in the possession of the ones trying to sell it currently. It's hidden away somewhere, away from prying eyes, in case anyone decided to come after the team that has it. Security purposes, you know how it is. As for where it will be, She pauses, shuts her eyes for a second or two, as if seeing something you guys aren't able to see. A few days from now, somewhere on the sea, I see one boat among many, and your prize sits in the middle of a free-for-all. Now, the method in which you seize it, that's up to you. She flicks her wrist again and the card disappears.
Thanks.
I'm happy to help, hun. Now, whether or not you trust my information, that's up to you.
Either way, it's much appreciated, Miss Jewel.
She flashes you a wink. Like I said, I'm happy to be of service.
Ocha just kind of gives her an awkward smile.
As I mentioned, diamonds can be anybody's best friend. And I hope I can be yours at the right time, for the right price.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
She stares off into the hallway, seeming to consider something. Now,
Oh, I thought she was gonna go talk to I'm.
unless you all have any further questions or anything you'd like to say, I think I'm gonna go hunt down your little friend and check in on him. It's been a while, and I wouldn't want him snooping around in accounts he really ought not to be. I like my things just the way they are. And, before she leaves, she'll actually stare at Shlubu and hold her arm out. "Oh, come along, hon. You're part of the deal, ain't you?" Shlubu does not seem... He stares at you, Ocho.
Uh-huh.
Does not want to leave.
Well, I mean, we didn't exactly agree to the deal, so... I'm just gonna put Shlubu down on the couch, and if he goes, he goes. But if he's just sitting there, or standing there, then I'll just let that be.
Shlubu stares at you. Stares at Miss Jewel. Wanders over, crawls up her arm and onto her shoulder. I mean, she's heading back towards I'm anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a good little darling. Anyway, toodaloo. I'll be seeing ya. And then you see her flick the ace of diamonds into the air, and it opens up a door, which she steps through and disappears. And she's gone. The door disappears behind her with a pop.
After she disappears, you see Ocho just like breathe heavily and just press into the couch, just like leaning back.
Is she gone yet?
Yeah, she's gone, I think. She always makes me so nervous. Jesus.
I mean, it is your boss.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reboot and get up.
Now, welcome back to the world of the waking.
Oh, hey, Grave.
Big convenient timing.
Hey, Suits.
How you feeling, bud?
I feel really good. How are you, Suits? I hope I didn't miss anything.
You missed the ace of diamonds.
Oh, okay. Well, how are you?
I need a drink.
Better. Getting better. I did have a vial of acid smashed on my face after all.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oops.
I looked I looked down at Ocho on the couch.
Yeah, you just see him like staring up at you, and he's just like, he's just like pushed himself into the couch. He's just like making an indent and like looks tired, looking up at you.
Are you feeling thirsty?
Maybe I do crave the grave.
No, you know that shit's addictive, and you know it's bad for you.
Well,
was
I
right over there.
have fairy berry, black cherry, red cherry, and lime. Wait, why are those always my only flavors? And why does lime not rhyme?
Well, it's just lime. There's nothing to it. Nothing
But-
added to it.
If I make the drinks, then there must be some way for me to make other flavors. What's keeping me from making other flavors of Grave?
I mean, you can try.
Yeah, I was like, Ocho looks over at Hexa. He's like, were there any other like routines for other flavors?
Fee, are there?
So
Improv.
So I wanted to say, okay. I'm kind of a little bit of a sci-fi nerd. So creativity is the mark of true sentience. So because Grave is in fact sentient, Grave does have creativity, which I guess the creativity subroutines have been like fully unlocked now. I mean, when you're an assassin, you do need some degree of creativity, you know, to be able to come up with a plan. in the
Yeah, you
spur
just
of
gotta
the
get that
moment.
leeway, and if you want to get
Yeah.
that 360 no scope headshot.
Now, like for
say that again.
expressive creativity, yeah, Grave can totally do that stuff now. Now that it's not, you know, solely directed towards killing. So if Grave wanted to come up with new drink flavors, totally can. Actually, I want to check something real quick.
Oh, great. He has
Just
more
been
freedom to make
locked in
them
the
more
cycle of
efficient.
of 4 flavors for my entire operational history, with no concept of being able to evolve beyond that. I mean,
Well-
who even drinks red sherry? That's a wine.
You have
Do
a
you
point.
have records of how? Do you have records of how many times people have ordered it?
Surprisingly, not that much. They always seem to go for lime.
Lime is
This
a
is
classic.
true. This is true. I am guilty of this.
I guess the people here I guess the people in this continent just like lime.
And what even is very berry? Like, there's nothing very about a berry. You can't be more berry than a berry because a berry is just a berry. You can't make it a berry squared.
Excellent. Craves is encountering paradoxes.
Ooh. Oh.
Alright, here's ready for the null zero exception crash.
Oh no, this might not help at all. But Ocho's gonna look up and turn around. And it's like, Grave, do you have like receptors for taste?
No. Yet I know what things taste like. Because the flavor profiles for my 4 flavors are saved in my hard drives, yet when I describe them, it's like they mean nothing to me.
I think they're supposed to mean more to the people you're describing them to than you yourself.
What about mixing those flavor profiles to make new drinks?
I mean,
That would be a
I guess
start.
you're right. I'm gonna spit out a red cherry and a lime.
Cherry lime? Sheesh!
Ocho's gonna take that and like open it up and take a swig. Would it just like taste like that, just red cherry and lime? Or is it like maybe not mixed too well and it like tastes weird?
I mean,
Actually,
I don't know.
hey Kobu, I totally
Yeah?
forgot you had this, but you have lore beverages.
Oh my god, you're right.
Oh, clutch!
Perfect.
It's actually clutch.
Roll me lore beverages, please.
So what I'm hearing was the Grave is actually a better bartender than Assassin.
He found his
Maybe.
new
Oh my god,
calling.
no, I gained sentence and all my rolls are low now.
Oh no!
The price of freedom.
That's no human error.
Would you like to stick with that 9?
You know what? I think it's better if I stick with the 9.
Yeah.
We need to
Yeah.
It is
educate
funnier.
them.
It's a learning experience. It's a learning experience.
Ocho takes a
brave.
swig and he's like,
Yeah.
it's not bad. It's really sour though. You might have to work on that. Oh. He's like
What?
puckered
Sour?
up. Say that again.
Wait, what even is sour?
No. That is a
Oh,
good question. Though we should probably save some of this discussion for outside. There are still people here after all. I might need to put on best behaviors from here on. Don't want it getting out that we have a sentient automaton with us.
what do you mean by sentient?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well, we can discuss that a bit more later when we're not in HQ. Perhaps in the car.
Yeah. You know, normally I would just accept what you were saying completely, but there's some part of me that actually wants to hear that information now. This is weird.
Uh-oh.
I'm being sentient. Things don't make sense.
That'll make sense after a drink. I go up to the bar
That's
and like get
not
something
how
to
that
mix
works.
this beverage with.
Yeah, the grave soda that Grave spewed out for you, Ocho, it's a weird muddy color. You're not sure what it's supposed to be, and the flavor profile is kinda wrong and kinda chemical tasting.
I mean, like I said, it's sour. He's just gonna order some alcohol and like mix it in and just like.
Yeah, yes.
Grave discovers swamp water flavor.
Swamp water, yes.
You put them both in a double foam cup.
Yeah. Like Ocha comes back and it's just in a big foam cup.
Oh no.
Also,
walk. No.
if you continue
Acidic
to
enough it knocks
use
the cup.
if you continue to use your lore beverages, I can actually increase that from trained to expert, because that's how I handle lore skills. The more you use them, the more likely you are to level them up, so you don't have to waste any feat selections on increasing lore skills. I just increase them automatically as you use them.
So as you learn to mix drinks.
I can finally learn.
So the longer you commit to the barkeeper bit, the better you become at bartending.
Also, at this point, you guys can all increase your lore suits from trained to expert.
Okay.
Yay!
Yes!
Buggers!
There's only a +2, but it matters.
Hey man, that matters more than you'd think. Also, Pearly White Spindle, Aeon Stone. Pretty good. Red recommend. We love free out of combat healing. No, really, this shit heals me for 1 HP every minute that passes by in world.
Yeah, it's actually really useful to spindle.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I have unironically gone from being below half back to full HP.
Nice. Jesus.
Yeah, half hour in game.
Also, thank you for the raid, Eldritch Stream. Thank you. Sorry. Yeah, so
I'll
yeah, you
put
can.
that in the group chat as he's grabbing his drink.
So, what do we do now? Do we just do the usual, like sit around and wait for instructions to further us along on a mission that ultimately will never benefit us individually in any way, but will only further serve to perpetuate the cycle of corruption and violence that is criminal activity?
Oh, he's got
That's
ethical
grave.
concerns now.
we gotta head out of here first before we talk.
Just that. Just that.
Let's
Not
walk
here.
it.
Well, alrighty then.
Let's
Head down to the elevator.
Philosophical discussions in my Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, what?
Crazy.
Okay, so where are you guys going? It's like 6 o'clock in the evening now.
We're just gonna go to the fucking Carty Beach. That's
Yeah.
where Pent's just gonna leave all too.
Wait, where are you going?
It is the car, our car.
Your
You're going for a drive.
Just so we can have a conversation.
It's unironically the most private. It's unironically the most private thing we have.
Yeah.
Damn, we finna hang out in the Pathfinders.
Oh my god, just hang out in
This
the
session
car.
is just hanging out.
Hang on, I need to
There will
find
be
where the
no
heck the
story.
car
There will
would
be no story progress. It is
Hang on.
all party
Told
vibing.
me.
Yeah.
Okay. There are places we could go.
There
Yeah,
are.
But however, some of the topics are best suited for suits ears only, and by
Yeah.
our suits ears only, our ears only.
So,
Yeah, no, I mean
Okay.
there's plenty of places we do. I'm feeling Mexican food personally, but like
Oh hell
we can like,
Yeah,
do
let's
whatever. Yeah, it's up to you.
The last thing we need to go is to go to a foreign language place and have one of them be bilingual and get the word out about us.
I mean, you all
well,
speak
trust no
Tortugan. You all speak Tortugan.
Yes.
So, like, you're just gonna be like up in the car or whatever.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll be driving anywhere for the time being.
Yeah, we could just like literally just be in this elevator and represent the
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
what? Let's just do that. Have that
Yeah,
represent the
it's-
car because I don't have a car like
Theater.
in the casino area.
Theater of the mind.
Yeah.
So you guys go up, I guess, up or down one level. I'm actually not too sure anymore. You guys are never too sure. Up to the garage and pile into the vehicle you guys have been using for transportation for the past 2 or 3
Okay.
days so far. And
Yeah.
I think it's 2, maybe.
I like to think that
quiet.
our car is like a shitty like 1970s hatchback, like the kind that you see in like Scorsese films.
No. We did not go cheapo. The fuck?
Okay, no,
It's
it's a
modern.
VW van.
Oh no! Oh, like a Volkswagen bus.
Yeah, like a rickety like Volkswagen.
I mean, considering where you
Modern,
are,
we
like,
at
yeah.
least-
Yeah.
we at least went
Yeah.
modern.
You just do the jump cut to everybody sitting, and it's like facing the driver, so you can see everybody in the back seat.
Yeah.
It's gonna look so weird.
Yeah, you guys are you all cram into the vehicle you've been using for transportation the last 2 or 3 days. And it's cramped, but at least you have some privacy.
Yeah.
You'd be correct.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're not gonna check for anything?
Should check for
Yeah,
cameras.
Okay, well, I mean, we don't really care about cameras. We care about
Bugs.
we care about listening bugs.
Mhm.
Which, yeah, sure. I guess yeah, sure.
I
If the
shouldn't have
team-
asked
Sure,
you.
surely,
No,
I
you
have
really shouldn't
something.
have.
I shouldn't have
No, you
asked you,
realistically should.
but I shouldn't have
No,
asked
you
you because
shouldn't
I haven't been the last couple of sessions. Like, you sure you don't want to check for security cameras or bugs? Okay, have fun. So yeah, no, I'm just kind of poking you about that now, just to remind you those exist.
I don't know. It's as if when you yourself told us that squabbles between suits members just happen.
Mhm.
You're the
It's
one who saw stuff
fine.
yours on that.
It's fine, because whoever's spying on us, they're just gonna be like, oh man, they hanging out. They're not doing nothing.
Yeah.
Man, like, what's the drama
Yeah.
going on with these fuckers? Man, I'm glad I'm not them.
Yeah, I think they're going to a drive-through. Like,
Uh,
Yeah, Ocho's just drinking out of that styrofoam cup.
Yeah,
Roll
I'd
me a
have to do
fortitude
something.
save.
or like it's like the grave can in a paper bag.
Yeah.
I'm convinced that the beverage is so acidic that it would start melting the styrofoam cup.
Roll me a fortitude save against sickened. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Bloopy can give you a refill.
Bloopy can give you a refill.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Or you just feed it to Bloopy.
I feel like that's even more concerning, honestly.
That's called cruelty.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Mean Bloopy.
yeah, you guys are in the van, a little cramped. What would you like to do?
Yeah. Ocho's gonna start. He's like, how'd she know all that stuff?
So, as per the GM's prompting, I'm gonna roll computers and see, roll perception or computers to see if I spot any bugs, or just check places where I suspect they'd be in. All right. So tell me, GM.
Okay. So.
Apparently, I should have been an intelligence character.
So, Pent, as is
Yo.
typical for, spy work or used to this sort of thing, out of sheer habit and maybe a tiny bit of paranoia, you sweep the vehicle for any listening devices, and lo and behold, you find one. And you quickly, deactivate it.
Makes sense.
They're standard
I mean-
for these vehicles. And like they're for tracking as well. So you just deactivate it, it's no longer active.
Congratulations, we no longer have GPS signal.
How did
That'd be
who know
really
all
fun,
that
actually.
stuff?
The ace. That you missed, right.
My boss came in and she's very scary.
Most
and-
aces are, to be fair.
Yeah. And she gave us some information, but the fact that she knows, or she even offered that, is concerning, right? Like, looks at the rest of the party.
Well, the suits do have a vested interest in the success of this operation.
I mean, if
But
you
So
like,
if they do know that, then it would also stand to reason that they should be offering us more support on this.
you can roll. You can all roll
Short-staffed as
this,
they
by
are.
the way. You can all roll this. You can actually roll your suits lore again. Hey, because you're an expert now.
I forgot
Wow,
that.
how convenient.
Yeah, how convenient.
I sent that one.
Tragic. I
That's
really
also
should
that
have just
one.
been an
That's
intel. Jesus Christ.
Where's my thing?
Oh,
Oh, there it
no.
is.
I'm gonna reroll that.
My
Okay,
God.
fuck me, I guess. Suppose-
Maybe with plus 11, 16.
Oof. All right. So
Anyway,
who,
so-
who gets
Pain.
this?
Misery.
Finny gets this
suffering.
engrave.
Pathfinder giveth and Pathfinder taketh. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
So actually, who rolled higher? So
Grave
Finny-
roll higher.
Grave rolled higher, and
Not me knowing stuff.
you guys rolled about the same. Okay. So, Finny and Grave, you both have been with the suits for a rather long time. Finny, actually, very long. He's probably the most senior among you all. So, Finny would know this just from sheer seniority. He's been here for who the hell knows how long, and Grave is just a repository of information. So the aces among the face ranks are the most elite, the strongest, and actually kind of probably the most terrifying, aside from the jokers, because the jokers are a whole league of their own. But the aces are aces for a reason. They're very well connected. They have power far greater than any of you, probably all of you combined. So them knowing things is not unusual. But it is definitely concerning, because if Miss Jewel knows, and with her capabilities, why isn't she doing this job herself? Why are you guys being sent to do this with far fewer resources? And the fact that she hasn't is definitely cause for concern. Finny, the previous Ace of Hearts, was very, very knowledgeable because, hey, he, deep cover spy, knew a lot of things, and a lot of sensitive information. But the fact that the Ace of Diamonds...
I'm done at 12:15. Yeah.
The Ace of Diamonds, with her reach and connections and resources, the fact that she's not acting on anything is interesting and unusual. And the fact that she's volunteering this information to you guys, whether or not it's true, kind of worrying.
Yeah. Think about these suits. Let's just see the higher up ones. They're on a need-to-know basis.
Fair. I guess it's still concerning.
Deny that it is concerning.
So what do we do?
Well,
Continue as we're told,
yeah.
more or less.
I didn't agree to her offer to let her see it, but in the event that her or anyone else that we don't want to see the book once we get it, I could make a copy.
I mean, if this book is as powerful as HR, as the pit boss said that it is, and it can change the fortune of the suits almost overnight, who's to say we can't? Who's to say we couldn't use its power to rebuke the advances of an ace? Hell, maybe even a joker, or a queen, or king and queen.
That's,
Those are some dangerous thoughts.
yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that. Look, I'm
Am
not
I
as
wrong,
well
though?
versed with the occultism, but I know some stuff, and you never really want to get too deep into that because you don't know what you're dealing with sometimes.
No, we very much don't know what we're doing with, but I'm just going off of the information that the pit boss told us. If another suits member, especially that of one of higher rank, tries to make a move on us after if we successfully secure the artifact, should we not use it to protect our own lives? They could be sending us they could just be using us as a suicide squad to get to the artifact in the first place.
That does bother me in a case, because She could very easily do this on her own. No sweat, no issue. Yet we're the ones doing it.
Yeah.
Benny makes a good point.
Just calculation.
What's your
If I
calculation?
ha-
What's even the point of all this? We're not standing to benefit in any way from the mission that we're on so far. And it seems like we're all trapped.
we do.
But
we do
no
stand to
matter
benefit
what,
from it.
we're gonna come out of this in the same position that we were in before.
There is also no guarantee of that either. There's no guarantee that we come out worse or better than where we were.
Well, for you, but this unit, I mean, I'm just gonna go back to doing the same things that I was before. So why do we even need to give this artifact to the suits? If we're the ones who got it, it could just be ours.
Well, here's the thing. I've been here a while, and there's a sort of untold, I guess, saying in this whole agency. Once you're in, you usually never leave.
Usually, but not never. Wasn't it
Yeah.
the former former Ace of Hearts who blew the cover on the whole ordeal?
That was the case, yes.
You know,
And what's he up to?
No one knows.
Probably enjoying government protection. For all we
All I
know.
know is that anyone who escapes gets hunted for the rest of their lives.
there seems to be a lot of correlation between your individual situations and my individual situation. Before these subroutines were unlocked, I thought that there was really nothing that compared me to you in any way, but even after the subroutines are unlocked, I feel like maybe even back when I didn't have these, there was a lot in common.
You might be right.
We do spend our time doing unsavory things for unsavory employers.
And you have no hope of escaping.
I haven't really needed a reason to escape, truth be told. I do my job. I have done my job in relative silence. They just need to be getting information, maybe the occasional bribe and blackmail.
So are we just gonna get the artifact, give it up, and then go back to what we were doing before?
It's also no need to necessarily do that. As you said, we could just claim it for ourselves, if it is as powerful as the pit boss claims it is.
Having these subroutines unlocked means that there's a lot of things that aren't very certain, and I'm not sure I like that.
Welcome to the ever-changing complexity of life. No action you take is guaranteed to turn out for better or worse. Things that you have done years in the past could come back to bite you in ways you never could have foreseen.
Hey, Pent. Make me a will save,
Yes?
please.
Oh no.
Don't fail it this time,
Oh,
please. Don't. Please.
Oh boy, it's time for another session of Panic Attack with Pen.
Not me inducing trauma.
Alright, that's a 16. How's that go? How's that?
Hang on, let me double check. What did I set the DC for this? Where did I put it?
Hero points, rolls a 1 again.
What was that you rolled? You rolled a 16?
16. Yeah, 16.
Alrighty. Sorry, I'm drinking boba tea and one got stuck. Excuse me.
Don't choke.
16,
Oh,
16.
traumatizing my character and drinking boba tea in the same breath.
Alright, so with the 16, Pent, this whole situation and the way Grave posits everything, you're struck by an odd feeling of familiarity. Like you've not quite defied but questioned orders before, which has led to, at least on some level, to the situation you're in right now. And you questioning orders is probably responsible for that odd gap in your memory.
Now that we talk about it, it does feel like I've questioned orders at some point before.
Does this have to do with your little episodes?
Maybe. I can't quite say. There is a sizable gap in my memory after all.
Yeah. We still don't know the details of what the heck happened to you.
No, we don't. Suppose I'm closer to Grave now, or how he was.
Why don't you just go into your programming and enable those subroutines?
Unfortunately, for a human mind, it's not as simple as that. There is
Wow.
no simple device to turn something on and off.
I see. That must really, really suck.
Meh, it wasn't a problem before because the gap was never really relevant. But now that these abilities have manifested, it seems more and more relevant by the day.
Do you... was this before all the stuff with the suits happened, or after? Like, what's the last memory, waking up?
That's a good question. What is the last memory I have before the gap, Fo?
Before the gap?
Yeah,
Alright.
before the gap.
Okay, so, let's work our way backwards a little bit so I can make this a little more clear. So,
Yep.
So, the first thing that Pent recalls, at the end of that weird, missing bit of time, before or after that gap, is, being in the conference room, and being, I guess, congratulated on successful retraining. Air quotes, really heavy air quotes.
Very heavy air quotes.
Very heavy air quotes. And at the time, that didn't seem odd. And it was the weird lapse in memory was just explained as suffering and injury from your last sortie, your last job. Although they didn't really give you much of a debriefing at all, citing it's classified. You only know what you need to know. Now, before the gap, the last thing that Pent remembers is something about being sent on an undercover mission to a small town somewhere, nowhere really of note, and posing as security for someone. But you don't remember the exact details. You don't remember where this place is. You don't remember what exactly you were doing or what kind of information you were told to uncover or whose security you were posing as. All you know is that there is an entire gap of what seems to be a couple of months, like 2 or 3, missing.
The last thing I can remember before the gap is that I was being assigned some relatively no name town as security for someone. Though I can't remember much more than that. I can't even remember where the town is.
Oh. Okay.
And the first thing I remember after is being congratulated on he will physically perform the air quotes retraining in the conference room.
Concerning. Somewhat. Yeah.
Seems not out of the ordinary at the time, but clearly something is up, and not in a small way.
That's really interesting. I thought your first memory would probably be when you were a baby or something.
Well, first memory relevant to before and after the gap. Besides, people's fleshies, for a lack of a better term, generally don't remember that far that back. What they can usually remember is up to significance of events, positive or negative, maybe smaller interactions between people. That's meant a lot to them. Our memory is generally not nearly as comprehensive as a machine's.
The earliest visual record that I have is breaking a man's neck as I dangled him over a building.
Oh my god.
That's
Huh.
a
No
smidge
vivid there.
gruesome.
Terrifying. Takes a sip
little
of the drink.
Well, actually, at the time, I thought it was an exemplary mission.
What was he? Why were you assassinating him? I suppose my next question is.
I don't know. I just remember that he needed to die. I mean, that's how it is for all of them.
That's interesting.
Yeah. It also makes me feel really weird.
I mean, that's fair. You are. Killing other living beings generally isn't the most positive things to do. That's why I generally tend to avoid it. In fact, as far as I recall, I probably only had to kill maybe less than 5 times since I've been here.
You should really work on your efficiency.
Well, my line of work doesn't necessarily involve the requirement to kill much. That and a kill is often messy and draws attention to places where I don't need it to be. Far easier to be quick, far easier to be silent and unseen than to draw attention via murder.
Okay. So, is anyone hungry? Feeling thirsty?
I'll pass.
Need a
I
refresh?
got my
Right
drink
now.
right here.
Loopy's being naughty right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
You see the Eight of Hearts
Wonder-
card floating around in Bloopy's innards.
Give me that
What is
back.
Oh, that's yours. Right.
Bloop. And Finny, Bloopy will spew out the card right into your face.
Ooh.
Oh gosh. Dang it. That thing isn't be treated lightly.
Bloopy pats
there.
the card with the tendril, like just slapping it.
Can't say I appreciated the professor smashing me in the face with the vial of acid much though.
Yeah.
At the mention of acid, Bloopy actually stares at you, Pent. Bloop.
No, it's
Starts
already
drifting-
gone. He
Starts
just
drifting
no,
closer.
he just holds up a hand. No, I've already cleaned it off. There's no need.
Bloopy looks sad.
Apologies, Blippi.
Makes sad little bloops at you. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
It's already healed. Besides, water and
Stairs.
acid don't necessarily mix well as is.
Getting back on track here. If we are like so Miss Jules said that this thing is gonna be on a boat with a bunch of other boats, right?
Some sort of fleet, perhaps. It sounds like it's what she's describing.
Or maybe some sort of boat pyramid.
Boat pyramid could work.
I think a more logical explanation is that it's going to be in the middle of the ocean, and all the guests are going to bring their own boats to board this big other boat.
That is
Oh,
true.
so
You do need a boat to get to another boat if it's in the middle of the ocean.
Well, I
Yeah.
suppose it's a good thing we secured Im's boat so early then.
You mean Ocho's
Well-
boat?
It was my boat,
Ocho.
actually.
You're in
Sorry.
luck
Yeah.
Sorry.
because I don't need to breathe.
Are you waterproof?
I think so.
That's a dangerous assumption.
Hey, Bloopy, you want to test that?
Stairs. Yeah, Bloopy
Wait.
stares at
Ruh-roh.
Grave.
Ruh-roh.
You should well know that water and electronics do not mix well, Grave.
But he dispenses water. Liquids, I guess, really. But
Well,
They're
not all
bottled.
liquids. They are
true.
bottled.
Grave.
This is
Bloopy
not
hovers-
freeform liquid in the middle of electronics.
Grave.
Like a
Bloopy hovers over
Water
you
cooling loop.
and uses this and drenches you with water.
Not in the car.
Oh no, we are in the car.
I forgot you're in the car. Oops.
Yeah. Loopy.
Oh, come on!
You get,
Does it do
you all
anything
get-
to me?
You all get splashback. Hang on, let me double check. I think you're
I
fine.
wish I could use that hands to attack another
Okay.
living creature.
Yeah, you're fine. It just kind of beads off. I mean, I wouldn't say you're completely watertight or waterproof, but it doesn't seem to cause any damage. I mean, come on, you're an assassin vending machine. You're built of hardier stuff than that. You're not some commercial grade piece of shit.
The seat and the upholstery are all like sopping wet.
Oh
Well,
god.
it looks like I'm waterproof.
We're gonna need to get this thing vacuumed out now.
Great.
The water isn't. However, the car isn't.
Bloopy, get back here.
Please
Bloop.
keep Blippi on a better control next time.
Squints. Bloop.
Well, if we know that the artifact's going to be on that boat, what's our plan for getting on there? I mean, assuming that it's a boat gathering or party of some kind, it's likely that there will be refreshments needed. So I could always just go into concealment mode and place myself up on the boat.
So you're saying we figure out which company owns this boat and offer a sponsorship?
Yeah.
However,
That's not a bad
It
idea.
would- it certainly isn't. Though having Im around would probably be advantageous for that.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Where is he? Did he die?
no, he has not passed. He has not died. He simply retreated to his office when Miss Jewel showed up.
Oh, okay.
And is probably getting berated by Miss Jewel. We can only guess what's happening.
We will probably see him again within a couple hours. Now, I suppose that brings us to the next question. Do we want to seize this Book of Horizons for ourselves?
If it has the power I think it has, it could very well be very beneficial.
Well, to be honest with you, and keep in mind, I can't actually lie. I think that it is definitely the best course of action to use this artifact for our own individual needs. I've never considered the fact that I might have individual needs besides just completing the mission before, but now that I think about it, if I was given an artifact with unlimited power, I would probably just use it to do whatever I want.
A very human desire.
Yeah. Also, we don't know it has unlimited power,
Unlimited.
but definitely very strong.
Okay, well, if I had an object with moderately to mildly limited power, I would use it in whatever way I want.
If my
Fair.
theory's right about this
And
thing,
understood.
if we used it, we'd probably never be found again.
Well, assuming that they don't accidentally off ourselves with it somehow.
That's not.
Oh, yeah. We could totally just die. Well, you could die. I can't really die. I mean, I don't really know what dying is. Oh shit, I don't know what dying is.
Grave.
You
It's
you
like
grant dying to an all,
Right.
and you don't even know what it is.
Grave.
I mean,
It's like
We
if
don't
I
know what
took
dying is like
your
either. To be fair.
Grave. It's like if I took your memory banks and then I wiped it clean. Thus, who you were and effectively everything you'll ever be is gone. That's what it's like to die.
Guys, I don't think that we should use that artifact. There's a chance that we might die.
Well, if we want the power and the ability to seize our freedom from the suits, we may have no choice.
Wait, so that's what I've been doing to all these people?
Yes.
More or
Kind
less. Unfortunately, you are extinguishing both their life and ensuring that they will only be remembered by those they knew. And once they pass, they will be forgotten.
I feel
Well,
really
not
weird
immediately,
now.
but
Not immediately, of
eventually.
course, but
Yeah.
the passage of time is a cruel one indeed.
Do we need to take Grave to a park or something?
But-
Let
Well,
him meditate.
yeah.
Can a robot even meditate? Probably.
Maybe. Oh.
What's
Yeah, listen.
meditation?
It's when you were lying on your back, it's kind of like that.
Oh, okay. Well, what's the point of that?
To think about things. Think
Think
about
and/or
things
clear
with
your
yourself,
mind.
clear your mind, as opposed to having a group discussion like this.
That sounds like a lot of work.
What to do?
I feel like it'd be easier to just ask people everything and have them solve all my problems.
The grave is learning
yeah,
the concept of
we're-
nihilism.
Sometimes others can't
Not-
solve your problems.
Sometimes the problems are only things that you can solve.
Wow. For career criminals, you guys are unusually emotionally intelligent.
I've kind of
Thanks.
grown soft.
Well, in my the Hots are the closest aligned to the public populace, so they are most at risk of developing a conscience.
I thought I could keep my desk job, but hey, now I'm out here, and I'm regretting it already.
I just tell people to give me money, or else I just light them on fire.
Not all of us are emotionally intelligent.
Ocho just takes a sip.
Not discussing
Yeah,
his
you-
crimes.
You better say, Car, you fucking scam artist.
No guilt. No guilt whatsoever.
He's got some guilt, but it's mostly like,
Like,
Hey,
I
if
don't
they're
know what you
donuts
guys are
get
talking
scammed,
about. I
you
don't
know.
feel bad about anything. I don't
He's too
have
drunk
anything
to
to
care.
feel bad
Stay
about.
quiet, creator of NFTs.
Damn, he low-key a supervillain. That's crazy.
I have been saying this
Ugh.
for months.
I'm
He-
even more so than I am, but yeah.
Yeah, good thing I'm in here.
Oh god.
Yeah,
For
like
this
if we want to talk like moral bankruptcy, the two Diamond Bros are probably the worst.
By far and away, yes.
Like I said, I'm
although-
even more so.
To
Yeah,
be
I kill
fair,
people, you
though-
ruin people.
Yeah.
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 Like when they're
There's
dead,
the
they're
prediction
dead.
different.
You're like when they're in financial ruin, that takes it's hard to climb out of. So it might as well be dead.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, from what Starclad and I have discussed in regards to how IM operates, it's not really so much moral bankruptcy as that he has a very kind of blue and orange morality. It's some level of morality. It's just weird compared to what you guys know. Because hey, he's from the underrealms. Things are a little bit different.
Yeah, he's an alien.
He's an alien.
This bit will never end, will it?
Nope.
No.
Lovely.
It's fine. He's illegal.
I blame myself for bringing that up. It just kind of got out of control. Oops.
Oops.
Anyway.
But yeah, like Ocho is gonna like quiet his voice a little bit, lower his voice a bit. He's like, "Do you guys like actually like working here, doing what you do?"
It has
I
its
mean,
benefits for sure, but I'm
it's
getting tired of it,
ultimately
honestly.
It ultimately could be worse.
I've only started thinking about what I like and dislike in the past 35 minutes.
I think it's probably closer to an hour. Maybe a bit more.
Well,
So far, I've figured out that I dislike going offline, and I like... Well, I don't know what I like. I guess I like talking with everybody.
Oh yeah? What are your thoughts on Jenny then?
You know, I really like talking with her.
Wow, really take out the 12-gauge shotgun there, huh? Hey, Fetty?
I mean, that's a positive thought, right?
Yeah, it is.
I guess so.
I suppose just to loop back on for a moment, I suppose it could be that a version of me died when I completed retraining. Once again, performs air quotes.
yeah, see, that's the most concerning thing. If we go through with this, because I like my job, but I like just playing games more. And like, I don't know how Hexa feels, but
I was kind of forced into this position, I'll be honest.
I mean,
I'm
I was
kind of-
too.
I'm
Didn't
kind of
really
the
have
same
any
way.
other prospects aside from dying in some forgotten corner of Albion. So, yeah, I'd say this option is a much more beneficial for me.
Yeah, no. For some
For
people,
me-
it really is a non-choice.
Well, for me, it was either this or get arrested.
Fair. What were you gonna get arrested for?
Maybe sharing secrets I shouldn't have.
Wait,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
in order to escape being arrested, you took a job where your chance of being arrested increases exponentially than if you weren't in this job.
Well,
It was a
to his point, as far as I'm aware, he was mostly an on-base individual until this mission. And given with the relative secrecy that the suits operate, he was at very low risk of actually being arrested. I would probably have a much higher risk than he of being arrested on any given day, on account
Well,
of me
this is-
being much more involved in field work.
Well, this
Well,
is no
don't you
referring to
worry.
how I got in the shoes.
I'll do as much as I can to make sure that none of you get arrested. Or die.
No. Yeah, I suppose I can say the same.
I mean, I guess you could die just because. I know that that's a thing.
The bodies can be rather quite resilient or rather frail. Sometimes
Well,
you
I'll
get lucky.
protect you from dying, except in the case of when I can't control it. So if one of you has a stroke, I'm afraid that that's it, I guess.
Can we
mean,
stock you of healing potions?
Hopefully it doesn't come to that. We do
Yeah.
have quite the sum of money. We could just bribe our way onto the boat, or just
True.
win the auction,
Uh,
or get more of money.
but what I was getting
Not
at
options.
is, if we go through with this, my only concern is if we fail and go through that retraining that you mentioned, or worse. But
It will probably be worse, truth be told. I can almost expect, if should we fail and survive the aftermath, we will almost. I think Grave alone will probably almost certainly be deconstructed.
I guess we won't know the consequences of if we fail.
Suppose not much. Knowing one's fate often only serves them to drive them towards it.
yeah,
I mean,
Or
they
we
didn't
could
make
just
that,
sit in the car like this
didn't-
forever.
Unfortunately, no. People will check on us.
We do
They didn't
have...
make that movie about a martial arts panda for nothing.
martial arts panda. I love it. Yeah.
Martial arts panda.
Yeah, exactly. One often arrives to his destiny on his way to avoid it or something, I believe the quote was. And that's Turtle.
Hmm.
By the way, Pent.
What are you talking about?
It's
I have no clue.
it's a piece of media. We can show it to you later. We're gonna
Karate koala.
we're gonna
Leave it in the wrong place.
We're gonna show Grave Kung Fu Panda. I cannot fucking movie.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it.
Oh god, that is so fucking funny. Either way, yes, Ocho. Go ahead.
Oh god.
Hilarious. So yeah, I have a question.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
better go for it.
So, about your whole retraining thing, this Bloopy reminded me of something.
What's up?
How has your memory been erased or blocked?
I can't say for sure, actually.
Because there's always something I can try.
No, no.
That seems dangerous. I mean, I'm
I mean-
sure I won't be turned into a vegetable like the other guy, but I can't say the prospect enthuses me very much.
I mean, he'll pull up the card and he'll say that, yeah, the thing is, if I did use this method to try and get something, it'd be gone with you. It'd be gone from you forever.
Unless you told it back to me.
Yeah, but still, your ingrained memory would be gone.
Bo,
Uh-huh.
do I get the feeling that any of the flashbacks that I've been having the past couple days have been related to the blocked, or have been the blocked / and or potentially erased memories?
I think you're smart enough to infer the possibilities.
I'm going to choose to infer that it is probably just blocked, erased.
Oh, so you're asking whether or not it's just blocked or erased? Yeah, no, it's just blocked.
Yeah. Okay. Gathering from the admittedly traumatic flashbacks and visions I've been having these past couple days, it is quite easy to infer that my memories are probably only blocked rather than erased entirely.
I see. the old job I have before I got assigned to HQ was dabbling in erasing and hiding memories. I'm not well versed in bringing them back.
Often don't have a reason to, so I can't necessarily fault that.
But I can try, only if you want it.
Would that involve the use of your trump card?
Yes.
That is a wondrous question.
I'll only do it if you say yes.
I think for now I will politely decline due to the ongoing mission with or without our intent to turncoat.
As you say so.
Perhaps if we have a spare day during the course of this, I shall consider it further. And there is still always the possibility we can break the encryption on my file and retrieve the information that way.
Gotcha. Well, you
Oh,
can
who
find me
knows, my
anytime if you
memory.
want to know.
Well, then who knows? Maybe my my mind will simply break the block on its own. Though I can't say I'm too hopeful on that front.
It's okay. Maybe knowing less about yourself is a good thing. I mean, maybe that memory wipe during that time you were a total asshole.
I don't from the visions, I don't think that I was. Perhaps more a bystander in some tragedy? It's not too clear. The latest vision was standing in a street that was surrounded by buildings aflame.
Wow. Maybe you made that fire.
I mean, I didn't have any sort of pyrokinesis before. It's only manifested recently.
More research we had, but yeah. We should probably
You know, Fel, on the
Yeah.
mention of on the mention of Graves suggesting that maybe I caused the fire, I'm gonna try and make a roll to see if I can see through the block, or as it were.
Oh, you're using the patron lore?
Yeah, I'm gonna use patron lore.
Yeah, go for
He wants to
it.
try and recall.
I'm gonna hero point that. Good lord.
Oh, okay.
Better.
No birthday 20s?
Do you have one?
I never.
Rudy
I
does.
did never.
DG does.
I never used mine. I did
Oh,
never use
wait!
mine.
You had one. I forgot. You had it very early, and I forgot.
Yeah.
We forego or...
You know what? I'm just gonna refund myself the hero point if that's okay, and I'm gonna say fuck it. I used my birthday 20
All
on
right.
that
wow.
patron lore.
Ooh.
Good.
Okay. This has been
Yeah.
a long time
Yeah.
in coming.
I hope you're not an asshole.
Give me one moment.
Thank you for the encouragement, Kovu.
Bo's been waiting for this to happen for a while.
One moment. Give me a second here.
We've been busy, so this never really been a good time, and I generally don't
Yeah.
like to try and stay in the spotlight for too long.
Aw.
The whole RP system, let's go.
Yeah, tell me about it. Also, I know Foe's just enjoying the shit out of this because we've just been carrying the RP for like an hour on our own.
Oh yeah, I've
with
not had to do
little to
anything.
no interruptions from her.
And to be perfectly honest, when DG brought up the trump card, because I was actually looking at it really briefly, I'm like, this could work, and I'm really sitting at the edge of my seat, like, is he gonna take it? Is he gonna take it? Because
I
usually,
know what you were doing, though. I didn't want to bring it up right then, though.
usually the out of character answer is, yeah, let's fucking do it. In character, eh. All right, hang on one second. I gotta find my thing where I put this.
Loopy was
Oh,
giving me hints.
Yeah, I was joking when I said
Wow.
that we were finna hang out, but we actually hanging out. Like,
Yeah,
that's,
makes sense.
that's actually what we did.
What makes this hilarious is that I'm is not present for any of this.
Nope.
We hung out
character
without him.
development. You hung out
Oh,
without him.
He wasn't invited.
It's so tragic that he's
Everyone gets
unironically
the-
missing out. Having one of the
Everybody
most
gets, like,
important
the-
sessions so far.
Yeah, everybody gets like the serious
Oh.
character development and questioning, everything, and meanwhile I'm just fucking around. Alright,
That's actually so tragic.
You
So,
you know, expecting
yes.
excess info.
yeah.
I'm expecting like the cut to I'm getting roasted by Miss Jewel.
He deserves
No.
it. How
Yeah,
dare, how
that's
dare
the
you want to
tech
take a day off after working for 12 hours?
Yeah, no, he deserves the day off after, getting stuck working for 12 hours, so
Oh,
it's
totally.
fine.
But that doesn't mean we're not
I
going to
get
make
it.
fun of him for missing one of the
Oh
most important
yeah,
sessions.
no. I hope you enjoyed my really funny, awful mimicry of him.
That's funny.
Oh, okay. Sorry. In a more serious note, I'm trying to find this thing. Okay.
Yep.
Because I saved it somewhere and I don't remember where. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Okay, so you decided to use your birthday 20?
Yep. We ain't letting this character moment being ruined by shitty rolls.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Alright, so what are you focusing on in this moment?
Let's say I'm focusing on maybe trying to thinking on if I was or wasn't the cause of the fire that I saw in the vision the other day.
Okay. Alright, so Pent, at the mention of whether or not you caused the fires Grave brought up, you focus on that particular image in your mind. And at first, nothing seems to happen. Actually, hang on. I forgot. Hang on. Before I do that, I actually... Is it this one?
Oh, it's music for this. Oh.
No. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's good. Pardon me. Where was I? Yeah, as you focus on that image of fire and flame, as Grave brought up, you shut your eyes briefly and just let everything drop away. You don't focus on anything except that image, and gradually the world around you fades away and you're brought back into that moment. And it feels so real. Like you're actually there. You can feel the heat, you can see the flames, the sounds of battle and yelling and screaming all around you. And there you are in the midst of it all, standing there, half frozen in confusion, lost at what to do. And you know that directly you're not the one responsible, or at least that's what you tell yourself. This isn't your fault. It's not your problem. Just collateral damage, part of the job. You did what you came to do. But that doesn't alleviate the incredible sense of guilt that you feel. You know you're responsible for this. You might not have set the place ablaze yourself, but no, you're the reason that they're here, that they're all here, the reason that people are dying around you. And you manage to shake yourself out of whatever stupor that you're in. You try to go find a particular person. The one that you were supposed to protect. Supposed to. And eventually, you find her, a little girl surrounded by men in dark suits, fatigues. They look like soldiers, but you know them to be the the general forces that the suits tend to employ whenever they're raiding a place or need to take something by sheer force. And the memory is still kind of vague, but the one thing that sticks with you is a little girl staring at you, pleading, begging you to help. That's not your job. No, that's not what you're really here for. You're here for her. And you just stand by as the village burns and the soldiers move in to retrieve her. And that's what you remember. And then everything snaps back to the present. The memory fades, and you see the rest of your crew in the car with you. It's as if no time's passed at all.
Pent is going to raise a hand and simply look at it. Look at a gloved hand. In the aftermath of remembering. Fuck. I am responding.
Did something come back?
It would seem that I'm partially responsible for that fire after all.
Oh,
No, almost certainly at fault for it.
that's
How-
really interesting. You
how-
are an
how-
asshole.
Fuck you. Oh my.
I'm sorry, hang on.
Fuck you, damn it, Greg.
He has a hand of PTSD, now he has more.
Oh my god.
Talk about moment
Okay.
killer.
Yeah, I know, right? We let him have this moment. Alright. No, it's... Well, it seems I was there to protect... some girl? But I couldn't do anything but watch as they were taken by the general forces the suits employ. Not unlike the clubs, but I think more mercenary-ish. While the village burned around. And he died. Still don't remember her name, nor the location, nor the town.
It's still more details than what you had before.
It is. It isn't. It is more what I had, more than what I had.
Maybe with a bit of research, you could figure out where that was.
Perhaps. Still, I know there's more. I know there's more lined underneath. There is more to the tale. I need to know. I need to know now.
If we do all get out of here, you'll have plenty of time, really.
Perhaps. But
You want a drink? He offers you the styrofoam cup.
no.
Oh, suit yourself.
I will.
Take this swig.
You know, I never really thought about it before. But maybe it sounds like that situation was really complicated and guess maybe there really is no way to know whether or not you were responsible for all that.
Maybe. But something says that I'm very much responsible for the town, for whatever town that was to burn down.
I guess maybe I wasn't really supposed to say that before.
No, it's fine.
Is do you say sorry?
Hmm?
Like, do you say sorry when you didn't mean to say something?
Sometimes it can be a word that is used.
It's a general rule
okay.
of politeness.
Well, then I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Pent.
Thank you.
Hey, Pent. So,
Yes.
after all of that and talking with your colleagues a little bit more, there is a name that emerges from the ashes of whatever that memory was. You don't know necessarily what it means or whose it is, but it sticks out to you. And that name is Phoenix, the Flame Marquis. I'll type that in chat for you.
Phoenix. He will immediately blurt it out when it comes to his mind. Phoenix. Who is that?
Would
Phoenix.
any of us recognize that name? Yeah.
So this will be a check. Let me double check on what it would be. This would be occultism, religion. Yeah.
Oh, guess I'm going occultism.
Occultism,
Tempted.
religion, or you can attempt to use lore suits. Hexa can actually use lore hacking.
What about
Crazy.
me?
Finny, what do you have here?
You know what I have.
Yes.
Either lore scribing or lore artifacts.
Okay, redacted will let you apply here. Okay.
Yeah, redacted would not apply here.
I'll try and dive into Finny's wisdom and go artifacts. First, scribing makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
This is more written document stuff.
Mm-hmm.
25.
Alright, some high rolls. Alright, Hexa. With your hacking lore, you're not able to find much. You do find some mentions of the Flame Marquis in some research documents in person and like some of the files in the suits, but they are very heavily encrypted still. It would take a little more time and effort to break into those. Now, Ocho and Finny. Okay, who do I want to address first? Because the context will be a little bit different for both of you. Alright, let's go with Ocho first for that general occultism check, because scribing is specific, that is very high. Alright, so with that occultism lore, Ocho. From your your general knowledge, because hey, for considering who you are, like, you're kind of unusually smart. You've seen a lot of things, dabbled in a lot of things, poked your nose into a lot of places and intellectual pursuits that people probably wouldn't really expect you to. So you know a lot. That is not a backhanded compliment, by the way. It sounds like it, but it's not. Yeah, you know a lot of things about a lot of things, and this is no different. And from your various delvings into literature, you've come across the name the Flame Marquis and Phoenix a couple of times. In regards to Mistgard's cosmology, you have the Triad, the creator gods, you have the core gods who keep the cosmic machine running, and then you have minor gods, which are lesser in power but no less important. And then you go further down in the hierarchy to Fey Lords, like great spirits, primal and primordial forces, which are not quite deities, but close to it. They're powerful enough that they control smaller aspects of the universe, but they're not quite gods. They're not things that are really worshipped directly, but people revere them as powerful entities. Smaller cogs in the cosmic machine, as it were. They're not deities, but something kind of close to it. And in the grand cosmology of the universe, Phoenix is, I guess some would call him a demon that resides in hell, presiding over the souls of the damned. And his purpose is said to judge souls looking for redemption and attempting to rejoin the cycle. That way they can be born anew in a new life. And he's one of the many judges that decide their fates. And Finny. So, the information that I just mentioned that Ocho knows, you know this as well. But because you rolled a 25 and you used scribing lore, you know this from historical documents, but also from records in the suits, because hey, you've written some of the paperwork yourself. And you find a mention of some paperwork regarding Phoenix the Flame Marquis, and it's filed under asset acquisition. You find logs of the intake of a person, a humanoid, and an entity. And from the paperwork, the entity is listed as Phoenix the Flame Marquis.
And would those be logs to a previous mission?
Yes. You don't have access to the logs themselves, but you know they exist. You know where to find them and how to get to them. But you don't know all the details, you just know they exist. It's probably passed across your desk at some point.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. And with your scribing lure as well in that high roll, I can tell you that you remember seeing this paperwork a couple of months ago, over the summer, was when it was filed. And you distinctly remember forwarding the asset acquisition papers to a pile of files intended for the experimentation department.
Okay. Fun.
There you go.
You bring up that name. I think I've seen it before on my desk.
I heard about it.
Have?
It's very old.
How old?
Like old people would say it's powerful, maybe a demon or something, and maybe not. Like the kind to fairy souls and stuff like that.
Average Judge of Hell stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Flamework uses his primary title, but he's also known as the Judge of the Damned.
Apparently, there was a previous mission once involving the acquisition of this so-called Judge of Hell.
The acquisition.
Yes. I remember seeing this on my desk last summer.
Not last summer, this past summer.
Oh, it was past summer, but yeah. And it was filed to the experimentation department.
Was it? Pent will just cross his arms, thinking.
Perhaps that was your mission.
Seems pretty likely, considering I believe the summer months are what are missing for me.
I don't have the
What the
file
hell?
right now, so
Of course, that'd be
yeah.
It would be beyond a miracle if you did. So what the hell did I do to help the suits acquire a Judge of Hell?
There's also a humanoid listed on there.
The little girl, I suppose, or could be at least.
I don't know the connection between those two, but yeah, that's all I know.
Can't say I know it either. Either way, thanks. I suppose I have my reason for wanting to get out of the suits now. I'll just laugh.
Very
Yeah,
fun.
to be honest, dying isn't really something that I'd want to happen, but even though there's a risk of dying, it does sound like the situation that we're all in because of the suits is almost sort of like somewhat worse. So maybe we should just go for that artifact.
Well, we were gonna do it anyways.
At the very
I'll
least,
just be
if
using
we,
it for own, and
at the very least, if we get something as powerful as that, there's always a chance you can do some wheeling dealing,
True.
negotiate your way out of these situations.
I don't think we give it to them under any circumstance.
All I know is that whoever holds it has all the power.
Okay, but what if they
Unless-
like offer us a really large sum of money?
No, Ocho.
All right,
Only
that's
you would
fair.
take something like that.
I
Ocho,
mean,
dude,
I don't see it.
come on.
I mean, I'm not going to pretend the appeal isn't there, but it's more on moral grounds to not give it to them than anything.
Why do we even need money?
Oh,
Money buys things that are useful.
it's
People
very
would buy us
useful.
out of the suits?
No, it can't buy us out of the suits because while we have a not insignificant amount of it, they have much more, even after the downsizing of the first Ace of Hearts defection. No one truly knows how much the suits have at their disposal, money-wise. They do have
And-
a hand in almost every continent, after all.
Some of the people at the very top are very loyal.
Yeah, at this rate,
Yeah.
we're losing even more suit agents.
I mean, when you see a company, the writing on the wall and it's going down, you tend to jump ship.
I suppose. I suppose that. Who was his name? Trey? No, that's the one that's MIA. The guy who got by Genesis.
The Quint guy.
Yeah, Quinn. I suppose Quint's
His F up revealed
expose
a lot.
his expose is the sign of that writing on the wall.
His F up certainly is going to cause his company to go down. Or at least is the start of the domino chain for more stuff to happen.
We can certainly help with that domino, should we choose. But it may also prove advantageous to take as many things on us on the way out as we can. Files, documents, things that prove what the suits have done.
That's a little overboard.
They survived once. There's no telling that they might not. There's no telling that they won't survive again.
All I know is that I'm getting tired of all this, and I'm ready to move on. I'm too old. I'm too old for this crap.
My God.
Well, then let's go to that boat.
I start unlocking the door.
Well, don't get ahead of yourself. There's still what, a couple of weeks, maybe a week before.
Yeah.
Like 5
actually
days.
at the time.
And
5 days.
think about this, Grave. The boat might not be out there in the water just yet, but it is probably going to have to be a really big boat to house a bunch of people.
So we can
take a
what we
look
need
for
to-
that.
So what we need to do for now is we need to play it. We need to continue to play it like we're on their side.
Just keep
Okay.
doing what you've been
Nice.
doing.
Keep on, carry on as we have.
My giant hand just clicks the little door lock back.
Okay, well, fair enough.
First off, can we go to like a car wash and get the vacuum to get all this water out?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
we've
a
just
good
been
idea.
sopping wet for like the past 30 minutes. We've been
Yeah.
talking in the car.
Everyone's ass is.
I mean, I'm in the driver's seat, so it's probably chill.
It's chill for
I'm-
you,
I'm
but the rest
probably-
of us are
I'm
like
probably pretty
splash.
dry comparatively.
I can't believe we're getting
Actually-
swamp. I can't believe we're getting swamp ass while having emotional developments.
Right.
This guy.
That's crazy.
Ay. Well, alright, let's go to a car wash. Alright, let's go to a car wash then.
Yeah. Fuzz said 1 second BRB, so
Oh, okay.
Hilarious.
just RP going to the
Man.
car wash,
Sorry. What developments happened while I was gone in the last 2 minutes?
We're going to a
Oh,
car
bud.
wash to get a vacuum to undrench the car
Yep.
insides.
Wait, you guys are going to a car
Yep.
wash?
Yeah, so since the car is
Yeah.
still
Let us cook. Hear us out.
I don't know, man. She's been letting us cook for like the last hour and a half.
Yeah, no, I'm content to just let you guys cook
Oh,
for
God.
even longer. Makes things easy for me. Yeah,
Be in
sorry.
the background,
literally.
absolute cinema.
Yeah, like,
Feeding
this
this
is like,
woman content.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm just like sitting on the edge of my seat listening to the epic drama going on. I eat this shit up.
I mean, it is
Yes,
really
please.
nice. It must be really nice to be RB and then come back to your players, and they've seem to have come to a really important decision, and that decision is just to go to a car wash. Like you don't need to do nothing. It's like we chill it.
So, what is the first thing we do after this monument, like campaign-altering decision?
Oh, sorry,
Let's go to a
Car
car
wash.
wash.
I gotta poof for 1 second again. I gotta grab something. One second.
Go ahead. Oh my
Okay,
god,
the GM's gone. We can talk
is
about that stuff.
that is a quite monumentally funny thing to realize. Oh yeah, like campaign trajectory altering decision, quote unquote. Yes, go to car wash
Alex.
now.
Alex, same energy as T1 owner, getting a inspirational quote that he really likes from a fucking
Yeah.
restroom.
Yeah, not
Restroom
wrong.
writing on the wall.
Yeah.
Literally. Ay,
God.
ay, ay. It is such a fucking tragedy that I'm isn't here, dude.
Yeah.
I think it's a blessing, to be
Moj.
honest. I think it's a blessing.
I mean,
Kinda.
maybe a
I
little
think that's
bit,
good and bad.
but
Well,
I
more
mean,
for
it
like
is.
for
I
all
mean, it
this
is.
to happen. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I roll down the window and just start looking outside as we're driving.
yeah, you want to drive to a park and touch grass?
Yeah.
I
can
was
do that.
so tempted to say, "Why the fuck are you using internet terminology with your boss?" Wait, no, Joe. I said that to Jewel. I was
I-
so tempted.
That's very
like,
PogChamp of you.
he gets nervous and he just like kind of starts going, and he's gonna use just like
Yeah,
Okay,
that's,
I'm back.
whatever, try to
Yeah,
like
that's,
casual it out.
Wait, what the fuck? What? Huh?
Oh,
go
me.
I go to take a breathalyzer test and you guys are discussing stuff. No.
Hey, what?
Breathalyzer, huh?
Breathalyzer.
Well, okay, my husband got back, and among the things that he got while out shopping was a very nice ergonomic mouse for me, and then a handheld breathalyzer. And had me
Oh,
test it.
interesting.
Apparently, it says he's drunk, but when I tested it, it came back 0.
Yeah,
So
it says I'm drunk again.
it says you're drunk.
It says I've had like a beer an hour.
The fuck have you been doing? You've been
Mm.
drinking and driving. Nah, I'm really strict about that.
Maybe you're just better at blowing things than I am.
Hey, that is uncalled
That was
for.
crazy. That's crazy.
crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
You heard that right?
Oh, you heard that?
That's
Oh,
spot on.
That's out of order, but that's hard though. That's hard
out
though.
of
That was
order.
out of order, but it's hard. I mean, I
in 4K.
that was out of order, but it's hard.
We're learning folklore again. Wow.
Yeah, crazy.
How is it coming back saying you're drunk? Mine comes back 0.
Clearly,
It keeps
sexism.
saying you're drunk.
Yeah.
Clearly, the breathalyzer is
I
sexist.
haven't had alcohol.
Yeah,
in
you
3 days.
haven't had alcohol in like 3 days. How is it? Maybe there's just something weird going on with your biology right now.
Whenever I tried a breathalyzer, they've always showed like 0.1.
What the fuck is going on with
Interesting.
you?
Makes me want to go and try a real police one and see what it comes back with. I know I tried it when I was a kid. I wasn't drunk when I was a kid.
Hey, police officer.
Anyway,
Let me see if I'm drunk.
anyway, I am not good at blowing things, fucker. Anyway, yeah. So you guys want to go to a car wash?
We're
Just,
going to a
like,
car wash.
Yep.
We're gonna vacuum
Going to a
up.
car wash.
wash
the-
off
the
all
water.
okay.
And then you guys want to go to the park and touch grass, and then
Yeah.
you go
Nothing
sleep.
will cleanse you of your sins.
The other thing we did decide on is like, so if the boat that this is gonna be on is on the water, it's probably going to be a big boat. So
Oh yeah, it
it
is.
feels like it's a good idea to start looking into that.
So again, I don't have a car wash map, but
No, that's fine.
nah. So after all of those big revelations and epic level character development, you guys drive rather solemnly to a local car wash and hose out the exterior of the car and I guess the interior and just vacuum it dry. You're a weird sight for sure.
Yes.
Anything you guys want to do while you're there?
I mean, we just want to get the car not drenched.
Not
Yeah.
trans. Yeah, no, you can do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It takes a bit, to get everything clean and dry, but somehow the vehicle ends up looking a lot better than when you started.
Nice.
Yeah.
No more drenching in the car, Bloopy.
No more drenching in the car. Bloopy stares at you kind of sullenly and goes, bloop, bloop. Looks at you sad and looks pathetic. Gives you puppy eyes.
Look, you can't do it in the car, okay? You could do it out of the car, but not in the car.
Bloop nod or Bloopy nods.
Yes. The music pivot.
This is very fitting music.
In very. So, what the fuck do we do next? Like,
What the heck do we do?
Yeah, what do you
Actual
want to do right now to go to cool down after all of that shit?
I mean, I'd vote. Let's take a trip to the park. Let's take a walk around, take a stroll.
Yeah.
I guess? Question mark?
You wanna get at the park? Okay.
Vengeance, is there anything you want to do?
I mean, we
Wash.
could use more money because
I would like to dry off because I smell like ass.
I'm just walking around looking at different things. Like, if there are people pumping their gas, Grave literally just walks up and it's just like watching them pump gas and then just like walks away after a bit.
people watch from afar, Grave. They will get. We do not want to draw the attention of the cops.
But I'm
Like we
just
already
looking
did.
at them.
Oh, people don't like being looked at sometimes.
Especially by
Well, that doesn't
Things they
make any
don't know.
sense. How can you see each other?
I mean,
What are we gonna do with this, Grave?
what a wonderful session. I think we've peaked, guys.
I
But
mean,
yeah.
10 sessions in, you guys hit like some epic moments. So, I'm happy.
I know.
Good lord.
I mean, I know if it's a good place at the city is, believe it's Park of Galileo. Cool place to walk around.
Topical.
it all comes back to Galileo.
Somehow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Galileo.
Galileo City, so yeah.
No, for
Who's that?
represent.
The god of space
Hey.
and travel.
The so-called god of space.
Alrighty, so you guys want to go
I wonder.
to the park?
I wonder. Yeah, sure. I don't know. Maybe we'll go steal more money afterwards.
I don't know what a god is, but even I can tell that my incessant questioning of everything in existence is starting to get a little tiresome, so I'll save that for another day.
I mean, by all means, ask away if you wish.
Maybe we
Do you
can find
believe
a,
in... No.
maybe you can find an acolyte to question or something.
Maybe.
I'm not in the mood
Plenty
to
of
explain it right now,
Acolytes of
anyways.
Phoenix. I wonder if there's any acolytes of Phoenix around.
I think that'd be more rare than anything.
Yeah, potentially, but I mean, everyone has their followers.
I mean, if you went to the Hells, you'd find one.
Well, duh.
Oh, so, hang on. Do you guys want to go to the park? Hang on.
Yeah.
Just 1 second. Let me just load you all in. Da-da. So there's only 5 here. Okay. Excuse me. There we go.
Yeah, this is the beach episode.
Beach episode.
No, it's not. I put an
So-
hour and a half in a fucking car.
The car episode, I mean. So
You
yeah.
know what I'm thinking? I like, since you mentioned it's like a Volkswagen bus or something, I can't help but think like, the opening shot of that 70s show where they're all cruising around in their car.
Yeah. Totally.
But combine that with like one of those many scenes during the show where they're all just sitting in a circle getting high and hotboxing themselves. I'm kind of thinking that where the camera just like sweeps around to each person when they're talking. That's what I couldn't help but imagining. But more serious, unfortunately. Not funny. Anyway, so you guys managed to clean up your vehicle, dry it out. Grave harasses some civilian bystanders just trying to pump their gas and buy snacks, being creepy robot, while you guys are trying to stay incognito. And eventually you guys decide to, I guess, cool off the biggest park that you know nearby, which is a little bit closer to the coast and the lighthouse, which is the Shrine of Galileo, which is, interestingly, a shrine to the god of travel and space. It's kind of... What time is it? 1900? That's 7-ish? Yeah. This time of year, it's dark. You have the last golden threads of sunlight are dipping beneath the horizon. But the park is actually surprisingly well lit with street lights that have been built to look kind of like torches. And the lights flicker with an amber glow. Yeah, that's where you guys are now.
Thanks.
Wow.
Wow. Oh god, he's going. He's going.
Oh no!
I'm running off.
Oh,
I say let him walk around, catch his breath. I mean,
Also, I note that Grave has not been healed in this entire time.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm sparking and shit.
I'm pretty sure we've healed you by then.
No, you did. I was just really dirt.
Okay.
But yeah, where you guys start off on the map, you are at the intersection between the public restrooms and what looks like a small library. Library.
Library.
Libraria.
Oh, yes, we've been in that car forever. So really, someone needs to go to the restroom, right?
Yeah, you know what? You bring up a good point.
You've been drinking that cup all this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the swamp drink. I love
He's going to the
inserting.
bathroom.
I love inserting restrooms into my maps. They're not
Everybody got to
necessary.
pee.
We gotta pee. Let's go. We gotta pee. Let's go.
They're not necessary, but I enjoy inserting them because it's funny, and for some reason I just, like making my maps kind of functional. Hey, you never know. Plus, they're a good place to hide.
Yeah, certainly I won't get assassinated while peeing, right?
Oh god.
Oh,
When you're at your most vulnerable.
Always check the bathrooms.
So how'd it go?
What do you mean how it go? Sorry if I offended you for that.
What?
I love how every time, whenever I'm streaming this campaign, there's always inevitably somebody in chat that goes, "Oh shit, it's the return of the vending machine," or "Oh shit, is that a vending machine?" Every single time. I love it. It's hilarious. It's funny.
Oh. Of course.
And I can actually tell people, yeah, it's a vending machine. You can build that in Pathfinder.
Am I tall enough
With
to reach this
some
lamppost?
Dungeon Master approval.
Yeah, Dungeon Master approval. Can you reach the lamppost, the top of it?
Or just a lamp?
Are you climbing it, or are you just trying to smack it?
Yeah, I want to touch it.
I'd say...
Or do I have to jump?
You would have to jump, I think. So if you want to jump, I believe there's actually the jump action, which is a strength check?
Athletics, I think.
Is it athletics? Yeah, it's athletics to jump straight up, I think 10 feet? Something like that. Hang on, let me.
I want to do like like when kids like hit the door frame, they jump and hit the door frame.
Like that.
I'm gonna destroy it. Great, no.
But yeah, I do that to the lamp.
Make me an athletics check.
Charlie, get her.
Oh, I just did.
I think.
Or should I do it
Or
again?
I'll, No, you did it. You did the correct one. Fo just got harassed by a bunny.
Oh.
I don't. You ironically have to crit to succeed. High jumps are funny.
Yeah.
Damn, it's 30 to high jump? That's
I mean,
crazy.
it is a lot harder to jump high than jump far. To be fair,
Man, I'm not trying
here's
to be like
here's
LeBron James.
here's a
right now. I'm
long
just trying to jump.
unironically half the difficulty class.
Jump is weird in Pathfinder.
Yeah. Jump. Okay, jumping is pretty fucking weird in any TTRPG. To be fair, it is either really difficult, needlessly difficult, or needlessly easy and potentially game breaking. Looks at Baldur's Gate 3. Primarily.
There's also leap action.
Is there? Let me check.
Oh,
Hey, there is. Alright, what's this one do?
that lets you do horizontal and vertical, I think.
Oh. Jump up to far. Take a short horizontal or vertical jump. Company greater distance required. Oh, okay. So it's probably closer to the leap action.
Oh,
actually know
okay.
this
So
existed.
like a high jump is like to get vertical, like
Yeah, like
real
unironically vertical.
Yeah.
High jump is for basketball players.
Yeah, pretty much. Like a normal, with just base high jump, you can only jump up to like a normal success. You only jump 5 feet vertically, and and 5 horizontally. Hell, on a crit success, you only jump up to 8 feet vertically, and 10 horia. It's pretty brutal. And this is on top of needing to. And this is actually on top of needing to say, having moved 10 stride. So it's 3 actions on a turn.
Jumping 3 feet vertically is fucking. It's really. That's like a lot. Like that's really high.
Oh, yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
That's
So
giga high.
I guess it's fair.
Yeah. The DC 30 makes sense when it's like, yeah, the default 5 feet, crit success 8 feet, like potentially jumping the entire length of a person, like unassisted. It do go kind of crazy. Not gonna lie. What a good fucking session though.
I mean, yeah.
Sorry about that.
Wasn't a story. That was just
Yeah, sorry. Aw. Just
That's fine.
I wanted to mute so you wouldn't overhear anything.
Gossip, yes.
Yeah, just
No more Twitch TOS.
Yeah. Jumping or leaping, actually. Leaping, then high jump and long jump, those are kind of crazy because if you spec into athletics, you can do some really, really crazy stuff.
My my champion on Monday can unironically like pretty casually jump up to 25 feet.
Yeah, the fighter
Like
over
horizontally.
what's it? The fighter over in Regenesis, I think he had to like use the jump like once. Oh yeah, no, you guys, he was jumping from the little rowboat onto a ship because you guys were you were infiltrating the party yacht, and this was a harder DC too because it was kind of rough waters. And yeah, like unironically, could jump like 30 feet. And it was kind of nuts because hey, fighters spec into strength are kind of crazy when it comes to athletic stuff. But yeah, no. So if you use the leap action instead, yeah, no, you'd hit that. So yeah, you can hit the lamppost.
Yeah, I just do like a smack it like when kids jump jump to touch the door frame.
So you managed to succeed in doing that, but as you do so, Grave, as you hit your arc and pass it, you hear a loud smashing, the rest of you, around the corner, and the intersection suddenly goes dark.
Oh.
And a shower of glass comes raining down on top of Grave.
Uh-oh. I'm not paying for that. Let's hope no one heard that.
Are there any cameras around?
Probably? Roll me a perception
I would
check.
imagine so. Yeah, sure.
What did you do, Grave?
What did I do? I jumped up and touched the light. I don't actually know why I wanted to do that.
And you broke it.
Oh, yeah, I guess I did.
Pent, you see a security camera around the vending machine area.
Ruh-roh.
It's pointed this way, though. Towards the vending machines and
Bathrooms.
restrooms. And then you see another
Oh,
one pointing
wait.
towards the library.
Are you not supposed to do that?
Not particularly. Not break them, at least.
That's called property damage.
Okay.
Is Jeff's still in the bathroom?
He's been in there for a while. I don't know why he's coming out.
Damn, he shit. Man, my voice.
It's funny hearing the robo.
Damn, he's shitting.
Dang, he's shitting.
I don't remember teaching Grave that. Hold up.
Man, that's getting clipped. Just in the robo voice. Damn, he's shitting.
Yikes.
Man, that must have been some serious drink that you gave it. Oh, hi.
Hey,
Oops,
How long you been in the
had-
bathroom, buddy?
closing my dryer that I had to get out. So.
Yeah, we didn't say anything. We didn't make any jokes at your expense.
Yeah, we didn't make any
Sure.
jokes, don't worry.
Right.
Oh hey.
So how was it?
Don't go in there for a while. That's all I'll say.
Oh
Oh my god.
Okay.
no! The bathroom humor.
Vinny moves away from you.
Hee hee toilet humor.
Roll me a
Oh, no.
fortitude save.
No, great.
Roll me a fortitude save to avoid
I don't know.
sticking.
Grave doesn't have any senses really. Not those kinds, anyways. I think maybe, hopefully.
Hopefully.
I'm just joking. Wait, hang on. Is Grave immune to sickened? 1 second.
But can I even smell?
Yeah,
That's
I'm
the
actually.
question.
I'm just actually checking. 1 second, I need to check because
And-
automaton has some things that they're immune to.
You have two automaton.
Because
I
when you
think they're-
said that, like, he was it's basically taking that as there's some danger in there.
Oh no! Oh god. Low light vision, automaton construct. You don't need to eat or drink. Don't need to sleep. Okay. Huh.
I'm not
So
seeing
it's-
anything about their senses.
So it's actually not like yeah, you don't have the typical construct immunities and can be affected by effects that target a living creature. Okay. Ooh,
That's how they get
gonna
healed by
be-
heal spells.
That's interesting. Oh god. So that
Damn,
means
do I smell?
yeah, Grave has olfactory senses.
Oh no!
You know what? Actually, okay, I do, but I just don't know what they are, so I don't.
Yeah. Okay then.
No, I peeked
yeah.
in.
Grave.
He peeked.
Okay, I can't believe I'm actually doing this. I've never had to do this before. I've never seen it. But here we go. I guess we're doing this. Okay. Okay. Grave, you open the door to the restroom, and I don't think Grave would have ever been in a restroom before, aside from if he had to assassinate a target and they had just happened to be in a restroom.
Okay, but Fo, think about this.
Yeah.
Hitman.
Hitman?
You know
Okay.
the Hitman games, right?
Yeah, I think I know what you mean. But
The best way to assassinate someone is to, just grab their head and just shove it in the toilet bowl.
yeah, I mean, regardless of whether or not Grave has actually been in a restroom before, if he had been previously, he wasn't really paying too much attention. This time, though, Grave, you open the door and immediately you're assaulted by... I don't even want to describe it. You're assaulted by the smell of ammonia. That's the best way I can describe it. It's kind of putrid and overwhelming, kind of suffocating if you actually had lungs, but
I smell the chemical ammonia.
yeah, you smell like what can only be described as kind of like an ammonia smell combined with what you assume to be kind of like I don't even know how you'd describe manure fertilizer. How would you describe that? Kind of like
smells like shit.
It smells like shit. Yeah, it smells like shit. You don't.
What are you talking about? There's no danger. Oh wow.
Yeah, great. Yeah. He can smell?
I really hate that room.
Yeah, don't go in there. It stinks.
You did not heed the warning. Also, Ocho, when you go that way, you see broken glass over here.
Oh no. What happened here? Why is there broken glass?
Grave broke a street lamp.
What? Did you think it was an enemy?
So I wanted to jump up and touch it, but I don't really know why. And then it broke, and then Vinny told me that you're not supposed to break street lamps. So I didn't really know that you weren't supposed to break street lamps until after I'd already broken the lamp. So that must absolve me of any wrongdoing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, great.
He's just gonna turn around and continue walking. It's like, yeah, all right.
So, Fo, as we go out to the, main patio, what do we see?
So as you guys come to the end of the path, you come to a set of stairs and what looks like the main shrine area. And it's shaded heavily by large palm trees. You can hear the sound of water lapping up against the edges of the pond that several large pillars rise out of. And towards the center, you see a raised platform upon which rests a very large statue of a hooded figure holding a book staring out towards the ocean and the horizon beyond. And around the statue and around the edges of the central shrine area, you see large crystalline orbs set into little plinths around it, and they seem to be kind of flickering and glowing and radiating elemental energy.
Elemental energy, you say?
Mm-hmm. I mean, there are
Bloopy
people.
was-
Yeah, there are people around as well, but it's not packed. People are kind of just filtering out. It's dark. People are heading home for the night, and it's not really a place people like to be in after dark. Yeah, it's kind of romantic for evening stroll, but it's pretty quiet. There aren't a lot of people around. It's fairly relaxed.
Yeah. Bloopy will immediately go and absorb himself in the elemental energy.
I mean, that's just water.
but still, water.
Yeah.
Loopy like water.
Bloopy's just gonna splash around.
Yes.
It's like a dog
look,
going to
free
the
beer.
park.
There's beer, yeah. You see
I
beer's
see
offerings?
it. I see the bottles. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's a shrine. There are offerings and stuff laid around the base of it.
I want free beer.
And there's several lit candles along with the lighting around the shrine. It doesn't seem like anyone's been by to collect the offerings yet.
Huh. Yeah, I guess we walk up and I guess I see, familiar face.
Yeah. Montana Smith.
Eat birds.
You see a familiar face. You see Montana sitting on one of the benches in front of the orange orb. She seems to have a leather book in her hands that she's scribbling into.
Fun.
Mm-hmm.
It is 3:00, so I will have to leave.
I think
We're
this is
probably
actually a
right
good
soon.
place.
We're probably
Yeah, this is probably a good place to stop anyway.
I got to go to work in an hour.
Oh boy,
A lot of stuff
Yeah.
happened. OMG.
a lot of stuff.
We keep getting the back-to-back
Crazy.
wildest sessions ever.
Yeah,
Like
only-
nothing
yeah,
happened
only
and
while I-
everything happened at the same time.
Nothing happened and everything happened, yeah. Oh my god.
Fucking
But,
paradox succession.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
Nothing happened for an hour, and then probably the most important discussion in the campaign happened over the span of an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, I wasn't expecting that conversation to happen for a little bit. I'm kind of surprised. This is actually a little earlier than expected, but I'm kind of happy. Woohoo.
Well, Graves being
I-
sentient kind of forced that to happen.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
Well,
funny
it's
how
in the
that
right
works
direction.
But
Hard
yeah,
if he was like, I won't, and then it's just like, no, I should strike while the iron is hot.
it was an excellent choice. But yeah, thank you guys for
It
playing
was.
today. It's been very fun and intense. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wondrous game. So
I don't care how long
Solar's
the
level
campaign
4?
goes.
Do we get level 4 for discovering things about ourselves?
Unfortunately, no. You're gonna need to do a little
Yeah.
bit more before I'll give you level 4. I gave you level 3
Oh, so
as a
still-
gimme.
Oh, so what I'm hearing is you still need to steal like 200 grand.
Maybe.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Steal a little bit more gold and then we'll talk. But yeah, no, thank you
Done.
guys for playing. It's been an epic session, and we'll have to deal with the ramifications of all of that stuff next time. And I'm gets to find out what he missed out on. It's gonna be
Yep.
hilarious.
Yeah, we're so the absolute ultimate meme that will never happen is if we just carry on and never tell I'm our plan.
You never tell.
We just keep doing our thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep doing it, and he just gets to the point which we defect. It's like, wait, huh? What's happening?
That'll be hilarious.
Wait, we're
No.
defecting?
Yeah.
Ew,
That would be just-
what have
no,
you
that-
all been doing while I was gone?
That will never happen.
Yeah, that's funny.
We cannot keep a secret for that long.
No, there's no way. It's kind of big
Not
at
a-
that point.
Yeah,
Not with me there.
no, not a.
That was Grave there.
Yeah.
Nope.
Can I just say though, like Grave with a conscience has been really, really hilarious.
I didn't think Grave could get funnier. He is not funnier.
Bruh, he has me fighting for my life because I'm trying not to question everything, but
Yeah.
like he kind of
Okay.
has to.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, this is a good
Right.
place for us to stop.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And your
thanks for
rolls.
playing.